This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Eala makes early exit in singles and doubles in Birmingham Classic. Refreshed Pacquiao ready to return at 46. And after Pacquiao's comeback, Nonito Donaire also ready to return to the ring in Buenos Aires. Liza Soberano kicks off Filipino Heritage Night with ceremonial first pitch at Dodger Stadium. In MLB, Smith and Taylor power White Sox to 8-1 win over Tigers. Knicks cut ties with Thibodeau after playoff run. In the WNBA, Collier and Hiedeman lead Lynx to 88-65 win over Mercury for second series victory in 5 days. And Governor Chavit Singson talks about boxing legends. No holds barred and unfiltered. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 4th of June. Now, here's our roundup. Filipina tennis ace Alex Eala made a quick exit from both the singles and doubles events at the Birmingham Classic in the United Kingdom. Eala first said goodbye to the doubles draw after she and Swiss partner Rebecca Masarova were edged out by Australian duo Ellen Perez, Storm Hunter. 6-4, 6-4 in their opening match. The following night, Eala battled hard but eventually fell to world number 152 Linda Fruvertova 5-7, 6-7, 1-6 in a grueling singles encounter. Eala kept pace in the first two sets but couldn't maintain her rhythm in the decider. Fruvertova delivered a strong service game, firing 10 aces to Eala's 4 and dominated with 12 service game wins against the Filipinas' 4. She also outperformed Eala in breakpoints 7-4, showing composure under pressure. This marks Eala's third straight first-round exit following her loss to Colombia's Emiliana Arango at Roland Garros 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao is gearing up for his comeback next month as he is set to face WBC champion Mario Barrios in Las Vegas. The Filipino boxing legend shared that he missed the sport deeply and took time off to rest his body. Pacquiao admitted retiring in 2021 but was emotionally challenging, and staying active with workouts at home reminded him that he still has the speed and power to compete. Veteran coach Freddie Roach is back in his corner for this high-stakes showdown. Meanwhile, if Manny Pacquiao can come back at 46, Nonito Donaire is ready to follow. At 42 years old, the 4-division world champion aims to reclaim a title when he faces Andres Campos of Chile for the interim WBA bantamweight belt on June 14. The 12-round fight is part of the WBA KO to Drugs Festival at Casino Buenos Aires in Argentina, marking Donaire's return after nearly 2 years away from the ring against a younger opponent. Donaire last fought in July 2023, losing to Alejandro Santiago for the vacant WBC bantamweight title a year after a second-round TKO loss to Naoya Inoue in June 2022. Like his previous comebacks that made him the oldest title holder in his division, Donaire hopes to defy age again, as he did when he stopped Ryan Burnett for the WBA belt just before turning 36. He then set a new mark with a 4th-round stoppage of Nordine Obali in 2021 at age 38. Now, at 42, Donaire looks to raise that record, but first must defeat Campos for the interim belt. That would set up a unification fight against Antonio Vargas, who was promoted to full WBA champion after Seiya Tsutsumi was placed on recess status. Campos, 28, holds a 17-2-1 record with 6 KOs, while Donaire's record is 42-8 with 28 knockouts. In baseball, Filipina showbiz star Liza Soberano stepped into the spotlight at Dodger Stadium as she threw the ceremonial first pitch during the Dodgers versus Mets game to mark Filipino Heritage Night. She shared the highlights of the event on Instagram, admitting she felt nervous but honored to stand among her fellow kababayan on such a special night. Fans were quick to cheer her on, with one comment capturing the moment perfectly. What a throw, though. Just last month, Liza made waves by joining the cinematic podcast Can I Come In? And turning heads at Netflix's Tudum 2025 event. From the big screen to the baseball diamond, Liza continues to proudly represent Filipinos on the global stage. And now, on to Major League Baseball action. Shane Smith pitched 3-hit ball through 6 innings, helping the White Sox beat the Tigers 8-1 to end a 4-game losing streak. Michael A. Taylor homered and drove in 4 runs, earning his 3rd homer of the season. Smith struck out 6 in 5 1/3 scoreless innings for his first win since April 24. Now, this was Chicago's first home win against Detroit since June 2023, ending an 11-game home losing streak to the Tigers. Dylan Dingler had the Tigers' only run with an RBI double in the 7th. Taylor started in center field in place of Luis Robert Jr., who took the day off to adjust at the plate. Austin Slater added a 2-run double in the 7th on a bullpen day for Detroit. The Tigers went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, stranding 9 overall. Chicago took the lead in the 4th when Brennan Hanifee committed a throwing error, setting up Taylor's bases-loaded walk. In the NBA, the Knicks have parted ways with head coach Tom Thibodeau just days after falling to the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Despite the team's strongest playoff run in decades, New York came up short in 6 games, missing a finals berth for the first time since 1999. They had been hoping to build on momentum after a stellar regular season finish. Injuries to key players, however, hampered their chances in the series. Thibodeau spent 5 years with the Knicks, leading them to 4 playoff appearances and a big win over Boston this year. The 67-year-old coach posted a 226-174 record with the team and had just signed a contract extension last year. Knicks president Leon Rose said that while they are grateful for Tom's hard work and dedication, they have decided to take a new direction. A 2-time Coach of the Year, Thibodeau also won a title as an assistant with the Celtics in 2008. Celebrity fan Ben Stiller shared his support online, saying, "Thibs brought this team back. I'm thankful for everything he did for the Knicks." Kelsey Mitchell scored 23 points. Lexi Hull added 14 in the second half, and the short-handed Indiana Fever defeated the Washington Mystics 85-76 to end a 3-game skid. Without Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, the Fever turned up the heat in the third quarter, dropping 31 points to take a 69-55 lead. Ari McDonald, in her Fever debut, hit their 5th triple of the quarter with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left. The Mystics opened the 4th with a 12-0 run to close the gap to 69-67, but Indiana answered with 7 straight. Hull's layup made it 78-73. Then she forced a jump ball that led to a 3-point play from Mitchell, sealing the win with a minute and 28 remaining. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. What is a foul throw in javelin? A foul throw happens when an athlete violates the rules during their throw. This can include stepping beyond the throwing line, throwing the javelin outside the designated sector, or failing to properly release the javelin. Any foul throw does not count towards the competition scores, making it crucial for athletes to maintain both technique and control. Remember, in javelin throw, precision is just as important as power. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Oops! Olympic boxing gold may come with strings attached. World Boxing has suspended Khelif from competition until she undergoes a genetic sex screening, part of a new rule aimed at defining male and female categories through DNA. World Boxing has announced mandatory genetic sex screening for all athletes, a move aimed at ensuring fairness in competition. The policy requires a PCR test to detect the presence of the Y chromosome, determining eligibility for male and female categories. Khelif, who clinched gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics, is now barred from upcoming events, including the Eindhoven Box Cup, until she complies with the testing requirements. This decision follows her previous disqualification by the International Boxing Association in 2023 over gender eligibility concerns, though she was later cleared by the IOC to compete in Paris. The announcement sparked controversy when World Boxing named Khelif specifically, leading to a public apology from President Boris van der Vorst for breaching her privacy. Khelif has denied being transgender and has taken legal action against media outlets and public figures, including J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk, for alleged cyberbullying. She remains determined to defend her title at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. World Boxing's new policy, implemented under emergency provisions, reflects a broader push for clearer gender classifications in sports to maintain competitive equity and protect athlete welfare. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 4th of June. Up next, Chavit Singson talks about boxing. No holds barred and unfiltered. When we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. He has long been a sports patron, but as manager to undefeated Filipino boxing sensation Charly Suarez, he has taken a more proactive role in ensuring his ward's welfare. We sat down with Governor Chavit Singson to talk about boxing, to get his insights, inside knowledge, and unfiltered opinion. Check this out. I am sitting alongside one of the most influential figures in public service and sports in the history of the Philippines. We have the good Governor, Luis Chavit Singson. Gov, maraming salamat po sa oras.
Anton, salamat.
Gov, ang pinaka-mainit na storya ngayon ay yung nangyari kay Charly Suarez, former Olympian na nangangarap maging isang world champion. Now, last May 10, he had a fight with Navarrete. And pinag-usapan siya ng buong mundo. And everybody believes, including American analysts, yung mga katulad ni Timothy Bradley and of course Teddy Atlas, they believe that our guy, Charly Suarez, should have won that fight. At malinaw naman po, suntok yung nagbukas ng cut sa muka ni Navarrete. And now the California State Athletic Commission ruled that it was a no contest. Your reaction po dun sa decision?
Well, whatever the decision, we have to accept it. Pero nakakalungkot dahil panalo si Charly. Siya nakasuntok,
yes.
Siya natalo. Halatang-halata na parang mafia yung nangyari doon. Bago nangyari yung championship fight, ganon din ginagawa kay Charly, ibang kalaban, pinapalitan ng matangkad the last minute.
Wow.
3 times ako humindi. 3 beses ang nanalo doon. Yung second fight niya, pinalitan. Nagreklamo ako, hindi ko tinanggap. So napalitan namin. The third fight, ganon din, pinalitan na naman ng matangkad. Talagang sinasadya na matalo, masira si Charly. Pero kung hindi ako, mapapalayo siya sa championship. So, hindi na ako nagreklamo, maski matangkad yung pinalit, tinumba naman ni Charly. So, yun, natuloy na yung championship. Ang malungkot sa championship, nung sinuntok ni Charly si Navarrete, na pumutok yung muka, hindi nagreklamo yung boxer. Usually, pagka naputukan ka, yung naputukan na magre-reklamo.
Yes.
Headbutt. Wala. So, halatang-halata na parang mafia na yung ginawa dahil yung mga suntok ni ng second round, after the cut, pumapasok na yung mga suntok ni Charly dahil binababa na yung kamay ni dahil exhausted siya dahil overweight eh. So ginawa ng paraan, gusto nga nila magbayad sa multa. Usually magbabayad sila ng multa dahil overweight. So hirap na hirap magpababa. So nanghina si Navarrete. Nung naputukan, talagang ininto nila, tinignan. Wala naman reklamo. After the fight, sinabi na we will be having a decision. I think the decision will be no contest sa lahat na nila eh. Malakas sila eh. So, true enough, yung sinabi sa akin, yun ang desisyon ng World Boxing Organization. So, wala tayong magawa. So, except, well, good. Mabuti na rin, natanggal yung mark ni Charly na natalo.
Yes.
Pero natanggal din si Navarrete na nanalo. So, ordering the World Boxing Organization ordered Top Rank to have a immediate rematch. Kaya I have to go to Vegas to talk to them. Dahil nahalata ako na gustong iiwas eh.
Yes,
Kung
yes.
umakyat na si Navarrete sa higher division, wala nang rematch. So I have to go there and talk to Bob Arum.
Now, before we talk about what happens next, Gov, gusto ko lang po malaman, sa experience nyo po, sa tagal nyo po sa sports, bakit parang tayo mga Pilipino, inaapi tayo na ganun nga, late replacement fighter, hindi naman pinag-aralan, mas matangkad na kalaban, and then ngayon, pag natatalo yung bata nila, as you said, minamafia tayo. Bakit po ganun? Bakit po ganun yung nangyayari sa atin pagdating sa sports sa ibang bansa?
Yun nga eh, it's about time na matuto tayo na... Ako, right there and then, nagreklamo na ako eh. Sinabi ko na daya yung ginawa. So sinabi na pwede kayo mag-appeal, sabi. Pag nag-appeal ako, kailangan mapalitan yung desisyon. Papalitan, sabi nga sa akin, papalitan. Pero the most siguro, no contest.
Charly, we spoke to him just last night actually, and he said na gigil siya na maka-rematch itong si Navarrete para magkaalaman na talaga kung sino ba talaga ang nanalo sa laban na yon. Now, you just told me that you have to talk to Bob Arum. Normally po ba si Bob Arum, he's the type of guy who would agree to make these things happen? Lalo na ngayon, mas nakikilala na or mas kilala na itong si Charly Suarez.
Yes, pag hindi ako pupunta, hindi pagbibigyan ng rematch yan. Dahil they have to protect their boxer. But palagay ko, I can talk to Bob Arum na ituloy yung rematch. Ordered by the organization, so they have to follow. Otherwise, your credibility will be is damaged already if you don't have a rematch ako because it's very clear that Charly was winning the fight.
Yes.
So yun ang sasabihin ko kay Bob Arum.
Gov, sinabi po ni Charly na pangarap niya maging world champion. Looking at him, seeing how he fights, knowing his personality and where he is right now in his career, kayo po ba, nakikita nyo yung potential niya na balang araw, makikilala natin siya as an official world champion?
Yes. Nakikita ko naman yun. Malaking chance niya maging world champion si Charly. Dahil yung last laban niya, world championship na yan eh. But not as nangyari kay Manny. Si Manny noong araw, I was very confident kay Manny.
Gov, since nabanggit na natin si Manny Pacquiao, si Senator Manny, I want to get your thoughts and reaction nung inanunsyo niya na babalik siya sa ring. He has not fought since he fought Ugas back in August 2021. So, ang haba na po ng gap. Iilang taon na po. Alam niyo po ba na he would come back, and what was your reaction when he decided that he would step back inside the squared circle?
I never thought na mag-decide siya ganyan because I've been telling him, keep on telling him, ang pwede lang niya labanan, yung mga kaedad niya, wala siyang talo. Basta kaedad niya. Not yung mga boxer na 10 years younger, 15 years younger. Ito, 16 years younger. Eh.
Yes.
So, malaking disadvantage si Manny dahil yung reflexes niya nagbago na eh.
Nag-consult po ba si Senator Manny sa inyo with regards to coming back?
Hindi. Sinamahan ko nung natalo sa Vegas. Purposely hindi ako pumunta dahil magkaroon kami misunderstanding. But right away, after the election, magkaibigan na kami. Inimbita ako sa birthday niya, nagpunta naman kagad ako. So, nung sa laban niya sa Japan, the same. Pinalitan na naman last minute yung kalaban niya. Manny, wag mo nang labanan ka ako dahil bayad ka na dyan, takadaya yan eh. Ang tangkad yung pinalit. Di bale, 3 rounds lang naman, sabi niya eh. So, I cannot do anything. Hindi siya makinig, bugbog na naman. So, this time, di ko nalaman ko na lang nung papunta ng Vegas. Hindi naman kagaya nung araw na gano'ng kalaking premyo. Pero, may pag-asa naman siya kung makuha niya ng mga earlier fight. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. Pwede, pag tumagal, I doubt. Dahil 6-footer yung kalaban.
Opo.
Saka matibay din.
Kayo po, sa inyong pananaw, bakit po nag-decide si Senator Pacquiao, si Manny, na bumalik sa boxing at such a late age, 46, and fighting a 30-year-old?
Nagtataka ako, nung 26 years old siya, sinabi ko na, Manny, mag-ipon ka ng pera mo dahil at the age of 40, you'll be very old as a boxer. Prime time mo yan, mga hanggang 30, 30 plus, pero pagdating sa 40, wala na, magbabago na reflexes mo ako. So, pinagsasabihan ko naman. Pero wala, hindi nakikinig. He has his own decision. So, right now, maski hindi siya nagsabi, wala na akong magawa except to support him. So, nakakaya naman hindi ko siya puntahan. Ngayon, down na down siya. So, pupunta ako sa Las Vegas para panoorin. To give moral support. Para baka sakali, makachamba, makabawi. Yan lang, pagka nanalo dito, dadami na naman laban niya. Hanggang matalo. So, sinabi ko naman sa kanya, yung kaedad niya pwede naman eh. Si Mayweather, baka mapilit ko pa. 3 times na nangako sa akin si Mayweather. Takot siya kay Manny.
If there's one thing na bilib ako kay Manny, it's after all these years, after not fighting professionally since 2021, na-maintain niya yung timbang niya because he's still fighting at welterweight, which is 147 pounds. At ngayon po, di ba, he's training with his son, si Jimwell. So, your thoughts on that? And could that be one of the reasons na bakit bumalik itong si Manny para makasama niya yung kanyang panganay na anak dito sa laban na to?
Hoping against hope. Kailangan. We have to support him, kababayan natin. At lalong-lalo na ngayon na down si Manny, I have to go. Tinawag ko na kagabi na manunod ako dyan para magkaroon ng moral support. And, well, sana nga baka jackpot, I mean, lucky punch, yun ang kailangan niya. Mabigyan lang ng magandang opening.
Up to now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., from time to time, he would also take exhibition fights.
Yes.
Kayo po ba, what's your relationship with Floyd Mayweather? And can you tell us about the 3 times na kinausap mo siya na labanan ulit si Manny?
Nag-usap kami ni Floyd 3 times na umungo. So, nung una, yes, brother, we'll have a rematch. I'll fight Manny. After this fight, I've been watching. Sabi niya, may laban siya kay, nakalimutan kong Broner yata. After this fight, I will announce it. Nanalo si Manny, pinatawag ko si Floyd. In-announce, may we request Manny Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather to come up the stage to say a few words. Gumagano siya. Ayaw na. So bumaba ako nung ano, why did you not announce? No, brother, my birthday I will announce.
Wow.
Wala rin nangyari. So 3 times na kami nag-uusap. Hindi rin tumupad. So this time, palagay ko, dahil ang balita ko walang pera, baka sakali pumayag na. Yun, malaking pera pa rin dahil the history, Sila ang pinakamalaking nakuha na premyo sa history.
So Gov, hindi po fake news na bankrupt itong si Floyd Mayweather Jr. because I can't imagine a guy who has made so much money in boxing, who calls himself money, mabankrupt ng ganon.
Ganon sa US eh. Bigla-bigla ka na lang babagsak kung ano, hahabulin ka ron kung hindi ka nagbayad ng gusto ng taxes mo. So, pati yung mga kaibigan niya ron, sinasabi sa akin na bankrupt, walang pera.
Wow.
So, mas madali makausap ngayon kaya wala siyang pera. Pero knowing him, papayag yun, pero baka ayaw niya yung full run. Pero ako, hindi rin ako papayag kung hindi full round dahil mas matibay si Manny.
Opo.
Makikiusap yan siguro mga 8 rounds. Pero that's good for Manny. Kung laban sila, kailangan 12 rounds. Matibay si Manny.
As somebody who has been around sports pretty much your entire life, ano po para sa inyo yung pinaka-crowning achievement or contribution na masasabi mo, I'm glad I was able to do this, I'm glad I was able to help out and contribute to the history of Philippine sports?
Well, lahat naman, lahat ng klaseng sports, puro support ako eh. Lahat ng sinuportahan ko, puro tulong.
Wow.
So I'm happy pag happy yung mga athlete natin dahil kulang sa support ang mga athletes natin. Unlike other countries, yung mga nagpapatulong right away, binibigyan ko. And yung mga nananalo, binibigyan ko right away.
I guess to close this interview, ano po yung mensahe nyo to anybody who's listening or watching right now na hopefully somebody has the same heart that you have to help sports in the Philippines?
Yeah, yung mga tao dyan na may pera, gastusin yung pera nyo. Hindi yung madadala yan pag namatay kayo. Palagi mo sinasabi yan. Money is not yours until you spend it. May pera kayo, mamatay ka bukas, wala na. So, I hope yung mga may pera dyan, gastusin yung pera nyo, tulungan yung mga athlete natin.
Maraming salamat, especially for backing Manny Pacquiao and now Charly Suarez. We have Governor Luis Chavit Singson with us here on the Scorecard. Sir, maraming salamat po.
Anton, salamat sa oras niyo sa interview ito. Papasalamat din ako sa time niyo na pagbigyan ako. Tataka lang ako, bilyonaryo itong program niyo. Dapat trilyonaryo na.
Well, isn't that something to aspire for? But that's a conversation for another day. Up next, two teams trying to right the ship. Burton's on a mission. But Savali and the Mercury have home turf on their side. Who steps up when the lights get bright? We're about to find out. So you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. So we are just 6 games into the Golden State Valkyries' inaugural WNBA season and already a crossroads. Can Golden State stop the slide in Phoenix? Vibe check muna tayo. They're 2-4, the honeymoon phase over, the sellout streak still strong. The reality, this team is on a 3-game skid and things aren't getting easier because up next, it's a road game against the Phoenix Mercury. Phoenix is 5-3. They look dangerous at times, a little hot, a little cold, but look at what they've done at home. And the Mercury have the edge in chemistry. Chemistry, reps, firepower, and yet there is a twist. Collier Cooper, she's out. She's been Phoenix's best scorer and energy booster, and without her, we're about to find out what this Mercury team really is. Collier Cooper, knee. Natisha back. That's 2 major front court pieces off the table for Phoenix, and that is an opening. Now, Golden State didn't just lose to Minnesota, they got run off the floor in the second half. A 27-5 Lynx blitz left them gasping. Collier and Williams put on a masterclass, but Veronica Burton was a silver lining. 21 points on 7 of 11 shooting with 3 triples. They need more of that. Confident guards who don't vanish after halftime. Shout out to rookie Kate Martin too, 14 points and relentless energy. Players like her and Kayla Thornton might just be the spark to snap this kid. Now on the other side, Phoenix got punched by the Lynx too. An 88-65 reality check without Cooper. Lexi held and Satu Sabali tried to carry the load, but Sabali went quiet in the second half. And against a hungry team like Golden State, whoo, that could be trouble. So, who's it gonna be? Can Veronica Burton step up and be the floor general the Valkyries need on the road? Will Satu Sabali finally put together a complete game for the Mercury? This isn't just about standings, it's about identity. Golden State's looking for its first ever road win. Phoenix wants to prove that it can win without its superstar. Now stay ahead of the game as the WNBA season picks up steam, and Friday, the showdown could shift the balance out west. And here's your full breakdown ahead of tip-off. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a 3-time WNBA champion, 10-time All-Star, and the WNBA all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi once said, "Pain is part of the process. Success doesn't feel as good if you didn't fight to earn it." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night. Yes, sir.